Eeny, weeny, chilly beanie, the spirits are about to speak. That's from Bullwinkle and Rocky, and Bullwinkle the Moose's incantation before he would try some sort of mysterious magic trick that almost always went wrong, but that's a long, I'm dating myself there. Hi, Dan Fontaine, Fontaine Network, and welcome to the final in the series where I had asked the question, your why or your vision. And I talked a little bit about whys and a bit about visions. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about how I think they may relate to one another. So this all started when I was going over some notes from a previous webinar that I had watched and by Ray Higdon. And I saw a quote that said, vision is more powerful than a why. And what? Wait a minute, what? Here I coach and believe that whys, I coach whys and how important they are for people. And I saw this, so I started to think, well, a vision or a why, certainly Ray's got to be familiar with people looking after their whys, the question, what is your why? So I started to look into it a little bit, and the more I looked, the more I seemed to see a pattern, if you will, emerged. That I think there were two levels of whys. One is sort of, this is after being asking some friends what they thought whys were and comparing and contrasting them. And they thought whys, why do you go to work? Well, I want to put food on the table, put a roof over my family, over myself, be able to take trips, whatever these basic necessities were. And it was suggested that they're choices that you make. And they're choices because the next level why, if you will, is what touches you, why you're really doing these, why have you taken on these responsibilities, why do you want to get your kids braces, if you will, or why you want to bring your spouse home from work. A different level. These are the ones that really touch you. Okay, let's pick kids' braces for no other reason than an example. Well, as a responsibility or a choice, maybe it would help them eat more comfortably. Maybe they wouldn't have as many dental problems. Maybe, and certainly would help their smile. Out in the world, having a pretty smile or a nice smile is always helpful. And then why are you doing this? Well, the higher level is it touches you. It makes you feel better. You're doing something nice, wonderful for your child. So that's what I have, the two different levels of blogs. The higher level is what, they both keep you motivated, but I think they're touching different things. So now I also did a number of searches and looked at a number of things on vision. And if you recall, I shared this title from a D. Paul Walmsley article, and it is, having a vision is quite possibly the most powerful way to maintain a focus on what it is you really want in life and keeping you motivated to achieve that goal. Well, now this once again tells us what a vision does, but not necessarily what it is. What we may have noticed that with these different thoughts on vision and whys is they're motivators. So knowing what your whys are, and as I'm suggesting, taking it beyond to really solidify it with a vision, are motivations for us. They're roadmaps for us. So here's, for me, what I have come to decide a vision is. A vision is a very clear, specific picture of what I want in life. It is knowing what I really want. It's understanding my whys. It's consistent with my whys. It's how I picture my life down the road. It helps me maintain my focus on where I'm going and what is important to me. It puts a direction to my whys. A visualization of the life that I want to live and sets in motion my actions towards that end. Perhaps the difference between a why and a vision might be the difference between a compass and a road map. I don't know exactly, but with a compass we can go anywhere. We don't necessarily have to use the road, but the way will always be there. But we know where we're going. So what do you think? I don't know. So with all that having been said, I think that your whys are part of who you are. There are these two levels, the basic choices, responsibility level, and the more personal, emotional level that, the deeper level that touches you, that really describes why you're doing what you're doing. And then I think there are two levels of visions, which I think are built on your whys. I think there's that business vision, career vision, where you use your whys, utilize your whys to be consistent in your career. Again, if what you're doing isn't consistent with what your whys are, and you really understand your whys, then it might be time for a serious check here. And then I think there are two types. The second vision, level of vision, I think, is your personal vision, the higher vision, your dreams, the life that you've pictured, and it gives you a sense of inner fulfillment. It's a definite emotional attachment to who you are. Well, food for thought, and I'm going to close with Marianne Williamson's great poem, Our Greatest Fear, and I think it goes directly to who we are, what our whys are we thinking small, our visions, are we thinking small, and just how much potential, how much we really have to offer, and the possibilities are endless. So thanks very much. Dan Fontaine, Fontaine Network. Our greatest fear. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people don't feel insecure around you. We are born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. A wonderful and strong poem, and I believe Nelson Mandela, when he was inaugurated or sworn in as president of South Africa, I believe he also shared this. Whatever your religious beliefs may be, this still talks to who we are, the inner light of who we are and our inner being. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and have a good evening. Dan Fontaine.